got it with you guys to another one take review. Today we got the season finale of Pennyworth. I know I ain't been reviewing the episodes, but I have been keeping up with the show. I had let a few episodes build up. Actually, I think I had let the last 5 episodes build up until tonight with like the season finale, which I really enjoyed. I thought this probably might have been the strongest episode of the season, or it might have just been the one I liked the most because I was expecting, you know, how these like comic book shows and everything, you have this big final confrontation, but in this situation, it wasn't necessarily that. It was more or less like, hey, we just have to save the queen because the episode starts off with like, I feel like I gotta get out of this country. And like I know you guys can get me out. He talks to Thomas Wayne and Martha Kane, and so it's like, hey, you guys can get me out. And they're like, yeah, we have to, yeah, we can, because like they all technically owe him a favor because he could have killed them. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he's in a situation where like he has to leave the country, but he comes to find out like the queen is captured. Like, if I can save the queen, I'm pretty sure they'll let me stay in the country. My whole record will be wiped clean and everything. I get a royal pardon, which he ends up getting, of course, because the way they take down Bet and her sister was fairly simple. You know what I'm saying? That like I wish Harold would have had like more security guarding the queen, because like it's your biggest asset. I understand he thinks like there's nobody who's gonna look for them in this spot, but I mean, like you said, like yeah, it wasn't hard to find. So they end up saving them, and then there's the moment when they on their way to save the queen. Though that I enjoyed was just like a little back and forth between Thomas and Martha. So I enjoyed that quite a bit because I mean we all know where this goes, but it's just like still you like seeing like the little connectivity between the two, because there was moments in like I think episode 9 where you just saw like the little spark, and then you see how nervous he gets when he's around her, and how she's not necessarily somebody he can just command. She's her own woman, like, you know what I'm saying. He's not used to that. He kind of like he cares about her, so he want to tell her what to do, but like he knows she's gonna do whatever she feels is right. You know what I'm saying, what's right for the world in her opinion. So I really enjoyed that aspect. But yeah, they rescue the queen, and Alfred hits the queen, which I ain't surprised. That boy Alfred was a dog. Right? Like he hit the little chick at the little bartender chick. Ain't even hit her up since. She probably think he get us dead. And then he got the queen, got her calling the crib, you know what I'm saying, when she bored. It ain't like she got a cell phone. She calling off somebody else's phone talking about she bored at a party. Hey, come on, man. That boy Alfred cold. But the biggest thing about this episode is like Harold's plans worked. Like he took over. Like he captured the queen and took over. And then the queen, you know what I'm saying, they don't maintain the biggest thing that keeps you in power, which is a terrible flaw. Yet I did like they had a backup plan, and they planted the seed early in this episode. I wish we got it planted a little bit earlier, like in the show, where the Ravens and like Alfred's dad was a part of it. And like he would, when they had this conversation, like no matter what they say about me, son, I just hope you remember me as the good man that I am. Yeah. So I knew at that point, I said, yeah, he's going to that party. I don't know. I thought he was going to spray it. I ain't gonna lie. I thought he was going to pull out a gun and just spray it. But no, he had a bomb. So I'm like, yeah, bombs typically don't work. But this was let's just be honest, people. I understand Alfred showed up and he had to shoot his dad, which I know had to hurt. Because I'm thinking he's going to pop his dad in the head. And once he showed up and his dad holding up the thing, I'm thinking like, man, he finna have to kill his father. That's gonna. I get it. You trying to save the queen, but that's not even what it's about. I think it's more or less about like I'm just trying to save people in general. I don't want you to do this, because once you do this, you can't go back. You know what I'm saying? And so once he shot him in the shoulder, and his dad just fell. But there's no way his dad survived that bomb. Like, listen. First of all, I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. That bomb didn't like travel. Like it blew up and the whole house blew up. Like It's like it was bombs planted out throughout the house. I could have swore it was in like the kitchen or the dining room, wherever. I thought it was gonna blow up and just travel. No, once it blew up, the whole house like just blew up. I thought it like there's no way. When he grabbed the queen, first of all, he picked the queen up. I don't know how close they was to the front door, man. And we didn't see nobody else getting out of there. So you honestly telling me Alfred got out of there with the queen in his hand, bro? You mean to really tell me he got out of there like, after the whole house blew up? I'm telling you, every single window in on that house, psh, okay, flames were coming out of every single spot. You telling me they the only two who got out? Matter of fact, you telling me they got out? Period. Come on, man. It's gonna be a very, very interesting season 2. I hope it gets greenlit for a season 2 because I like when shows leave the door open, but I hate when they just kind of leave it hanging on like cliffhangers to where like you have to see what happens in like a season 2. And this wouldn't necessarily needed that unless, but we had the stuff with like Thomas and Martha Kane, because they about to have sex and he gets hit by a sniper. So we don't even know who hit him up. Like, that's just more stuff we did. Like, I would be, it wouldn't surprise me if it got canceled because like, not because of the show by any means, just because like how many shows have been canceled after the first season, no matter how good they were. Just this year alone. Like, Swamp Thing, Deadly Class. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just wouldn't surprise me this year at all, especially the way things like our shows are getting canceled. I don't know what's going on, but there's no way I'm watching Epics if it didn't have. It's the only show I watch on Epics. I don't even know what Epics have. Okay, but I'm watching Pennyworth, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully, it gets greenlit for a season 2 because I really would like to see a continuation. The season as a whole, for me, was kind of up and down. There was some times where I was kind of bored, or sometimes where I just was ready to get back to see what like Alfred was doing. And sometimes Thomas Wayne was kind of getting on my nerves. He was acting like a dick at times. The whole stuff with the devil and stuff, I think that's how they're going to play a role later on. It doesn't really play a big part right now. I think it sets some things up, and I think it sets some characters up. But by the end, I think I really liked the direction that the show went, and I enjoyed the season as a whole in general. Yeah, you guys let me know what you thought about this season. Let me know what you thought about this season finale down in the comments, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch up with you guys later. Peace.